Well, hello. Oh, I'm on a slant. I feel as though I'm going to slant the camera slanted slightly. Just give me a minute. Is that better? Or am I slanting the other way now? Oh my goodness me. How about that? Right, it's absolutely pouring down. It's as dark as night outside and it's only about 4:15 in the afternoon. So it's a very miserable, horrible day. Anyway, I don't know whether you watch Karen Kazalistic, Karen Hales. If you don't, I'll put a link underneath. She did a sponsored video, one of her videos, at this place called Everything for a Fiver. And his clothes, and I say everything for a fiver, although they do have some handbags and shoes and things. So I thought, well, I'll go and have a look, because not often, I mean, these places not often have my size, because I'm a big girl, let's face it. Anyway, I ordered some things and they came today. So I'll stand up to show you what I'm wearing, because it's got pockets. This is one of them. I don't know whether you can see it in bits. It's a nice hanky pointed top. Yeah, pockets, plenty of room in it for said big girl. This is another top. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but I am going to have to get my sewing needle out, not because it's faulty, but because I didn't read the instructions that well. And the back has got a split. I don't mind the split so much. I'd have to just sew it up a bit because it's a bit big of a split. It'd be showing my bra, but the big split at the back. I only looked at the front of it, which was a nice plain top with like what have you got? Oh, I'll take it off, Lady Jane. I just wanted you to show you what the split was like. I can't remember whether it's purple and black. It's sort of a bit of a, what do you call it? Giraffe print, really. But as you can see, I had a bit of a shock when I turned it around, and I thought, why didn't I look at the back? Because the back's got this big split, and a big split there, which I'm going to stitch it together. It's no big deal, no biggie. Then I should say that the fabrics are quite lightweight, so they wouldn't be like winter weight. I've got a camisole under this, but it's still a little bit on the chilly side. This one's just a purple plain top. Wouldn't be me unless I had purple, would it? It's a long top. They're a bit scrumpled because I haven't ironed them, but it's nice and roomy. Lots of stretch in it, for those bigger girls that likes a little bit of stretch. See, I usually have problems with arms because I've got very big arms, but this material is actually stretchy. So even though it may look a bit tight on me, it doesn't feel tight on me, if you know what I mean. That was the third one. And the fourth one is this one, which again I'm just going to put a stitch in, but not because there's anything wrong with the top. It's just that the front V is quite low. But when I actually put it on, I can actually put a little stitch in it, further up, to make the V less. It's got a half belt as well to make it go smaller. But the actual crossover at the front is a little bit low. Maybe I can put it on her, Lady Jane, if I can reach her. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to get up again, aren't I? Excuse my rear. But you will see that the top covers my rear, which is quite a good thing. But like Karen, we're not sponsored for doing these videos, they're just what we've bought. See, what I mean is, it needs just a little stitch, to hold it together. If you can see it. Hope I didn't move it, if you can see it. Very nice top, again, very stretchy, very nice. Got the half belt if I want to pull it in a little bit at the back, to make it more like that. But that just bags down a little bit low on me, so I'm just going to put a little stitch just to hold it together. Yes. Well, if you want to know what I've been doing, I haven't been doing an awful lot really. I did start with one of the yarns that was in that donation box, and I must write an email saying thank you very much to the guy. Merino Gold. My niece saw this colour and absolutely fell in love with it, so I'm doing this. It's a scarf. The pattern is actually on Lion Brand. It's a free pattern. Forgot to look at the name because I didn't print it out, to be quite truthful. But it was done in a much thicker yarn, so I just doubled up the stitches, because if I'd have done the stitches on the pattern it would have only been that wide, and I think it's just a little bit narrow, that for a scarf. So I doubled up the stitches so I could keep the pattern count right. But it's so soft that it'll just scrumple up anyway, so it won't be like a big wide scarf. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not even halfway through the first wall, because it did have a lot. It was 100 grams, but it's got 400 metres on it, so I don't think I'm going to go much into the second ball, although I want it long and I want it fringed. Well, I don't want it fringed, I want to fringe it for my niece, so I'm hoping she's not looking. My knitting has progressed a little bit. It's about 6 inches now, but going very slowly, you know. And I am going to go much slower with it, because I just did I only did about 3 inches yesterday, and I couldn't get to sleep last night because I had pains in my arms, my shoulders, my back and my legs. Now what my legs have got to do with knitting, I don't know. But anyway, so I thought, no, I'll have to get some sleep. Well, tomorrow I was going to the dentist, but she just rung me to confirm it, and I said, would it be much of a trouble to postpone it for another day, because tomorrow I'm hoping that the gang's all here. My birthday's not till Saturday, but we're having a little bit of a tea party tomorrow, so there should be Christina, Sue, Kelly and me, so there should be 4 of us. So we'll have to film in the other room, because there isn't room for 4 of us on 2 chairs. And all the junk that's in here. Anyway, what else did I buy? I also watch another video from a lady. It's called Beautiful Things. She does a lot of sewing, and she actually has a shop. I'm just trying to think, somewhere in London, where she does classes, you know, for sewing machines, and she does classes for knitting, she does classes for crochet. And she went to the Nottingham Knit Fair. Well, I'd stopped going to a lot of these knitting fairs because they started turning into papercraft places and things like that, and there was hardly any stalls that I liked, so I stopped going. And when she went, she said she was very pleasantly surprised, because there was so much crochet in there. There was lots of crochet stalls, crochet garments and crochet books. And one of the ones she showed was this one, called On the Hook. And it's by Verity Castledine, or Castledine, Verity Castledine. Anyway, I looked on Amazon and I couldn't find it, so I googled it, because you know I'm nosy. And I found it in a little wool shop. I can't remember the name of the wool shop now, but I'm sure if you Google it, but you won't find it in Amazon unless, you know, whatever. Maybe it's a new book. It's called On the Hook. Because I'm still waiting for one book to come from Amazon that I ordered in September. And they keep having no supplies. But when I look on other suppliers, they keep saying it's out of stock. So maybe they're just having trouble with it. Maybe they haven't published it properly yet. So this one's called On the Hook, and it's got some very pretty things in it. I mean, that's just showing you some of the stitches in some of the garments. But I ordered this book because I fell in love with she's started this beautiful thing. She started doing a shawl. It's very nice, yeah. Right, this one is called Layla. This is summer top, which is very pretty. I mean, you could do it in one colour. You don't have to do the rainbow colours at the top. It's called Layla, and it's done in any double knitting, it says, which is nice, isn't it? And it's on a 4.5mm hook. I don't know what size that is. I think that's one of the awkward ones that you don't always have in the US. But that's what it's called. And then there's the mini version of the Layla for the kiddies. So there's like the grown-up version and there's the mini version. That's the one I saw on Beautiful Things' video. I thought it was so pretty. She'd bought a skein of very pastel colours that she was going to make into socks until she saw this pattern and she decided she'd make a shawl instead. So that one is called Beatrix and it's in 4-ply yarn, or if you're in the US, it'll be fingering, won't it? I do hope that you can get this this book. This one is called Francesca. It's more of a plain one, but it does have some short rows in it, so it does have a little, you know, bit more shaping, like that. You can see it. I think this is also done in a fine yarn too, because it looks fine. Let's have a quick look. Yes, 4-ply or your fingering, whichever. And a 450 hook, or a 4mm. Choice is yours, I suppose. It depends whether you get your tension or not, doesn't it? This one is very pretty, this one. Oh, that's another one of the shawls. This is very pretty. It's called Eliza. I think that's a very pretty top. I would imagine it's top down, but I'm not too sure about that. It's 4-ply again, 450 hook. It doesn't say, it just says to start. She'll have the armholes. Well, it keeps telling you to try it on, so that does usually say that it's top down, doesn't it? I think it's very attractive. Anybody watching me for the first time, I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything. I have to buy my books just like everybody else does. And I know people say, oh, I can't afford to buy books, but I go without other things to buy the books. I'm a bit daft that way. That one's called Frisky. It's a shawl that's, I don't know what to call them. They're like a sail, aren't they, or a wedge of cheese. You know, they're like they start wide at one side and go to a narrow end at the other end. But they're not triangular, if you know what I mean. This one's in 4-ply. It's not done in gradient yarn, it's done in different colours. And it's a 450 hook. And I'm just trying to see, oh yeah, there's a better picture that shows the shape of it there. I mean, you could make it more stripy, couldn't you, if you had a lot of oddments of sock wool or something like that. This one is not a shrug. But this one actually does show you the front, although I'm not keen on it really. It looks a bit frilly. It's done in double knitting on a 5mm hook. But I'm not that keen on the way the front looks. Looks a bit wibbly wobbly. Backs look great, don't they, on these shrugs, but the fronts always are a bit so, maybe it's because she's got her arms up, I don't know, but it looks a bit frilly. I wish there was a picture with her arms down, yeah. Now this is pretty, this is called Isla. I mean, you'd have to wear a little, you know, t-shirt underneath it, or you could, you know, a vest top or something. I mean, you could wear it as over your bikini or something if you were lucky enough to have a lovely figure. But you could also do it as a cardigan, which is, oh yeah, they've done it in a delicate random shades there. Makes it look completely different, doesn't it? And then it's also in a cardigan form if there's a better picture. Oh, there isn't. It's actually a cardigan, that, but there isn't a better picture. So you can either make it as a top or as a cardigan. I don't think there's a better picture of it. Oh, there is a little one. Try not to show any instructions. There's a little picture there. Now this is very pretty. It's called Naomi. I call these stoles rather than a shawl because they're like a long rectangle, aren't they? Or a wide scarf, whatever. But it's very pretty, very, very lacy. It's done in a 4-ply, again a fingering weight, on a 5mm hook. So even though you're using a fine yarn, you're using a, oh there they are, better pictures. You're using a big hook. I do like this book because it gives you quite close-up pictures, you know, of the actual stitch. This shawl is called Etta. It's shown on a little trowel, but I think it's actually a lady's shawl. Again, it's 4-ply, fingering weight, 4mm crochet hook. Oh yeah, there it is, it's shown on a lady. It's got a very nice edging on it. I don't know if you can see it there. I'm trying not to show you the instructions. You can see the edging there at the bottom of there. Very nice, pretty edging. Don't want to get in any trouble, do I, showing the instructions? Oh, that's a better one still. There you are. Better picture. This one's called Cocoa. I'm not too keen on this one. I think it's the fronts, they just look a little bit unfinished. I don't know why, it just doesn't look tidy at the front, does it? That's double knit again on a 4mm hook. The back looks okay, and the front looks okay on that picture, but it just doesn't look quite finished, whether it's because there's no band at the side or what. It just doesn't look finished to me. There's another picture of it there. At least with this book there's lots of pictures, you can't be accused of not being able to see what the back looks like or the front looks like. So that's it really. Acknowledgements, etc, etc. Oh, there's the picture of the bottom of that shawl that's done in stripes. What I like is these shawls are all the semicircular. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with that other one. I've locked it out, but it's not gone any wider. I need to find one of the contrast colours, because it's just turned out to be like that. When I put it on, it just sort of meets on the shoulders, it doesn't come round. So it's just not how I originally planned it to be. But I've got no more of that yarn left, because it was one of the balls of wool from Lolly's Lil Wool Shack, yeah. And it was just a one ball that I got. So I don't feel like ordering another one ball just to do the edging, so I'll just do something. Oh, excuse me. That's me lack of sleep. Well, Gigi's here somewhere, but he's over in the other room. He has been watching, well, I won't call them workmen, they're more like budget and whatnot. I've never seen anybody move so slow in all my life as the two guys that are doing some work across the road. They're getting planks of wood and they're weighing them up for, you know, they're giving it a good dose of looking at, and then they're sliding it down like that, and then they sort of turn it up and balance it up, and then they get it in the middle, and then he walks with it so slow. And we're not talking heavy planks of wood, we're talking planks of wood, you know. Alright, they're about 8 foot long, maybe 10 foot long, but they're not heavy, they're not thick, they're just like almost like floorboarding and stuff like that. And then he carries it up the steps, the house, to the back door, so slowly. And then the other one will come to help him, and then he'll stop, and then he'll lean on the wagon for a bit and light a cigarette, and then he's there for a bit before he even deigns to pick up a piece of wood and take that up the stairs. When Gigi's dad come, I said, have you seen these two? I said, they're like the slowest workers in the West. And he said, yeah, I've been watching them while I was walking Gigi down the road. He said, they don't move, do they? I said, no, they're like statues. I mean, they're replacing the back fencing on the house across the road, and they're doing some kind of a decking, I think. But they literally seem to have moved in with them, you know, been there that long. I like my workmen to be in, out, over, keep working, go, you know. It'd drive me crazy if I had that lazy lot over there. But fortunately I have not had those kind of workmen. Every workman I have had has been very good. Oh dear. So I did have a birthday present sent to me, but it's over there. Thank you, Sharon. I'll show that tomorrow when the girls come. They can have a look at it too. And that's really about all I have to say. I just wanted to show you my outfits. As I say, neither Karen and I are sponsored by this Everything a Fiver. I'll try and find the web page and put it in the little box underneath. If not, if you find Karen Casualistic, she'll show you there. And then the book, as I say, I had to Google the book, couldn't find it on Amazon. That's Verite Castledine. It's called On the Hook. It says, from the team who brought you the sock drawer. Well, I haven't done socks. Well, I do socks, but the knitted ones. Suitable for beginners. I think I put a doubt on that. More experienced crocheters, yeah. On the Hook is a curated collection of 10 crochet patterns designed to integrate seamlessly into your everyday wardrobe. Featuring 5 shawls and 5 garments, the patterns accommodate all dress sizes with adaptable and easy to follow instructions. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the back view of the cardigan. That it doesn't really show a good picture of the front, but that's the cardigan back anyway. I'm not too keen with things that go off the hook, off the shoulders, but then I'm an old fogey, as I say. My neck gets cold. That's why I bought the little fur, well, not fur, imitation fur. That's why I bought the little fur collars to go around my neck, because if anything's a bit low, I get such chilly. And my neck is sore because it's got arthritis in it, of course, you know. I'll get the violin out while you all feel sorry for me. Yes, I suffer with arthritis along with several thousand other people in the world, so I'm not unique. But this kind of weather is just depressing. I think having arthritis in a warmer country wouldn't be quite so bad. But when it's wet, damp, dreary, you can literally feel your bones creak when you wake up in the morning. You think, oh God. Before I even look out of the window, I know it's raining. Last night I couldn't get to sleep. Come what may, I could not get to sleep. So I was lay there listening to the rain. It was bashing on the windows and it was drumming on. I've got a flat roof bit just on the top of my bay window. Just so I haven't got a flat roof house, but I've just got a little flat roof bit. And it drums on there when it's raining hard, keeps you awake. It's like a Chinese water torch, you know. It's the same in here. You probably can't hear it, but in here is a flat roof because I'm in the extension bit. It's like what should be my dining room, but it's so full of clutter that it can't be called my dining room because there's no table. And I said to Christina, it's in the dining room, and she goes, well, that's where your table is that not your dining room? I went, no, this is my dining room. There's just no table in it yet. And it's got a flat roof, so the rain drums on here, and it drums on the kitchen roof as well, because that's the flat roof. Oh, joyful. All of those who would like a little bit of rain, I will collect it all in a plastic bag, and I'll try and send it to you airmail. I don't think there'd be much left of it by the time it got to you, because by the time they'd thrown it round, you know, the mail and punctured it a few times, I think you just get a flat bag with no water in it. Or I'd be contravening some law by saying there could be microisms, microbiotics or something in the water that I shouldn't be sending over there. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I think it's getting time to start putting some tea on, dinner on, whatever you want to call it, the evening meal. And I've got 2 chicken legs to put in the oven and a baked potato. So that will be my dinner for this evening. I'm sure you really wanted to know that, didn't you? Wanted to know what I was eating. And that was my stomach rolling. Anyway, I shall go and upload this and hopefully remember to put the links to this shop and to the On the Hook book. And if I can find the pattern on Lion Brand for the shawl, I'll let you know that as well. It's a free pattern on Lion Brand. But it's meant to be done in thicker yarn, you see, so that's why mine's had to be doubled the amount of stitches. That's it. So stand by, you should be getting another video tomorrow, all being well, because the gang will all be here and we're going to have a great time, because we always do. There will be a lot of laughter, not a lot of crochet or knitting though, but there will be a lot of laughter and possibly a lot of cake eating. Bye all, bye bye. And I'm having to get up and turn you off myself now because Sue's not here. So here we go, bye all.